So thanks for coming, everybody. This is normally this time of year we do a open house today, but I've been so busy I just decided we were gonna do that in October this year. We used to do them in April and October, but we're gonna do that in October this year. I bought the flight school from Mr. Watts back in 2018, and this room is actually dedicated to the Watts family. His wife and daughter are in the little sign up there on the wall. And when I bought the school from him, I had a partner, and since that partner's moved on, but when we had our kind of closing dinner with the Watts family, I gave him a plaque that's actually back there on the table with that. And I said, I'll give $1,000 a year away in your name, and your legacy will live on forever. And it was kind of a cool thing. Well, I also really wanted that to be ultimately a pilot certificate. And in today's dollars, that's probably around $13,000 or $14,000 to go from 0 flight time to getting your private pilot certificate. And this year I told Bob and Jeannie I was willing to give up to that private pilot certificate, or about $15,000. I do have some outside help, so there's some people that would like to remain anonymous, but they've donated about 1/3 of that money, so it's not all United Flight Systems donating that money, but a few special people that aviation has touched their lives have asked if they can help. They've known Bob for many years as well and wanted to make sure that it was something special for Bob to give away as well. So every year about January 1st, I open up nominations, and then I tell Bob, you're gonna get some emails with a bunch of nominations from people. And this year we've had probably 5 times the turnout we've had in previous 95 nominations. And I don't get involved. I've always wanted to stay separate from the situation of Bob and Jeannie go through all of them. They pick their nominees, and he calls me and makes a request on what he would like to do. And I'm gonna turn it over to Bob so that Bob can give away the awards the way he sees fit. So it's all yours, Bob.
Thank you. Well, good morning, everybody. It's really great to be here again. About 34 years ago, I left a fairly lucrative job as a lawyer and started a flight school. I did it not because of the money, but because of the adventure and the zeal and the passion that I really had for flying. Fortunately, I had a wife, Jeannie, who kind of helped me through all this as well. That was 34 years ago. 5 years ago, Bobby Doss did the same thing, and only because, as I found out later, he's got a zeal and a passion for flying as much as I do. As he was saying about money, back when I started the flight school, you're not going to believe this, but when I started the flight school, my bank book consisted of a $20,000 loan from a bank and this accounts receivable ledger that we have here, which accounted for all the money that we were taking into the flight school, and it still exists. But as most of you know, the passion and the zeal for flying can also give way to higher costs and expenses that seem to get in everybody's way. And I think today, Bobby is trying to make that barrier for people going into aviation who have that same zeal and passion a little easier to break down, which is why we must commend him. And so today, we get to share that passion and help alleviate the cost a little bit by giving away some scholarship money to people who we think deserve it. We had 95 people apply for the scholarship, and I had to whittle it down to 4 or 5, and you'll see in a minute why I had to whittle it down a little bit. But anyway, 4 of them stood out as embracing that passion that I thought had for aviation. And hopefully they're here with us today, because I haven't met them yet. I've talked to them on the phone, I've read their essays.
Before we make any big announcements, we should do introductions.
And that's what I'm going to do. So, alphabetical order, first one on the list is Thomas Kimball. Where is Thomas? Stand up.
He's gonna be a dad times 2 in about 30 minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
30 minutes, like any minute, yeah.
Today or tomorrow.
Wow.
Thomas recently finished his commercial single engine
Yes, sir, yeah.
and is now working on his multi-engine, hopefully, and will be an airline pilot before too long.
Fingers
You've
crossed.
overcome a lot of adversity, and I admire you for it.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Allie Pullin, where's Allie? Allie, stand up. Hi, good to meet you. This young lady hit me with a sentence that I really enjoyed, and what she saw was creating, remember this, creating a destination out of your own determination. Those were your words. And hopefully you're gonna be there too.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Cooper Vanderstaak, where are you?
Hello.
Cooper, you talk about an energetic young guy. He tells me he is going to be a United Airline captain in 5 years.
Yes.
To which
Yes, sir.
I give you credit, buddy. You got a lot of ways to go real fast. Thank you very much. And finally, Abby Young. Abby, where are you? Hi, Abby.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Abby's passion for flying started by jumping out of an airplane, right? I can't believe it. How many jumps have you had?
Only 2.
Only 2.
Only 2. So
All right.
maybe more soon. No.
And then we had a 5th one, which I'll get to in a minute. But first of all, we got to get to the hunky-dory of it all here. Bobby kind of gave you an idea how much money we had to spread out. And in the process of trying to figure out who gets what, we used to do this in order. There'd be a first place and a second place and a third place. But I realized after going through all these folks here that everybody deserves the same pot because they're all great aviation enthusiasts and we want to help them through their trials and tribulations and training. So all 4 of you, each one of you, is going to get a $3,000 scholarship. Put into their account here at United Flight Systems, where hopefully they will earn it as fast as they can. So, we have, well, let's start kind of backwards and work forward. One of the things, when Gene and I went through all this stuff, one of the things we wanted to do was give away as much money as possible. And we didn't want to give it to too many people, but one other person, a 5th person, stood out, and we wanted to help her along her way too. And that's Tory Spacek. Where is Tory? Tory, there you are. Tory is from Hawaii. Are you going to go back to Hawaii pretty soon?
Not soon, no.
Okay. Tory is kind of like the 5th cog, I guess. And so today we are going to give you, since you're working on your private pilot, we are going to give you a free check ride and put $1,000 in your account. All right? Okay. First up, for these award certificates, Abby?
Thank you.
2023 Watt Scholarship, signed by both me and Bobby here, and $3,000 going
Thank
to your
you so
account.
much.
You're welcome.
Can I take a picture with you?
Yeah, and afterwards, we can go out, we'll take pictures and everything, so don't worry about doing it now. We can
Take a
do it
picture.
later.
Bob, take a picture with it real quick when they really get it.
Thank you guys
Okay.
so much.
Allie, another $3,000 winner. Woo-hoo, here we
Thank
go.
you.
Look at this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thomas, come up here, young man. Here we go.
Congratulations.
Cooper, young man, who's going to be a United Airline captain in 5 years. Come on up.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Turn around, face the audience.
Come on, shake hands. Thank you, guys. All right, thank you, guys.
And finally, Tory, come up here, young lady. $1,000 flight training and a free check ride.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That is with Pat Brown on the 24th.
Yeah.
I actually don't have anyone to take my picture.
That's-
Blake's gonna take
Abby,
it.
can you
Blake
take
will
my
take my
picture?
seat.
Ready? Thank you.
Duck a little bit of. Okay, let's see.
Thank you.
All of these are wonderful people. We hope their careers in aviation goes as far as they can take them. I can remember years ago when my daughter called me, she was a paralegal, and she said, "Dad, can I come work for you?" A couple of years later, she's an airline pilot for United Airlines. So anybody can do it. If you stick to it, work hard, it'll be there. Thank you all.
Congratulations, everybody. We have soft drinks, cake. Bob and I'll be happy to take more pictures if you want them. And we'd like to visit and get to know everybody a little bit better as well.
You got to a group.
Yep.
Yeah.
A big group picture. If you received an award, come up here and let's take one big group picture. Come on, Jeannie. Now here's a real test. Who's flown today?
Me.
Oh, yeah. I knew one of you had.
I don't know. Got it.
Awesome.
Got it. All right.
Congratulations, everybody.